Hi, and welcome to Mam Countdown. In this video, we are going to count down 4. 10 dark shows so addictive they should be illegal? And also, do comment down how many you have watched till now from this list and which one is your favorite. Now, let's start the video.
Fake ones.
10. You, 2018. You think this is a love story? Wrong. Joe Goldberg is a quiet bookstore manager who becomes a calculating, obsessive stalker the moment he sees a woman he wants. He hacks her phone, removes people from her life, and watches her through windows, all while narrating it in the calmest voice imaginable. The terrifying value here? Joe never sees himself as the monster, and somehow neither will you. IMDb rating 7.710. Rotten Tomatoes rating 91%.
It's not easy butchering.
9. Mindhunter, 2017. The FBI in the 1970s refused to understand serial killers, and people kept dying because of that ignorance. Agents Holden Ford and Bill Tench sit face-to-face with America's most dangerous convicted murderers, asking questions nobody dared ask before. But the deeper they go, the more it costs them personally. Relationships crack, sanity frays. The value? They built modern criminal profiling from nothing, and this show makes you feel every dark inch of it. IMDb rating 8.610. Rotten Tomatoes rating 97%.
Fate of the world at stake.
8. Black Mirror, 2011. You love your phone and your apps, and this show is about to make you deeply uncomfortable about all of it. Every episode is a standalone nightmare set in a near-future world where technology crossed one line too many. A woman rebuilds her dead husband as AI. A society rates every human interaction like an app score. None of it feels like fiction. All of it feels like a warning that arrived too early. IMDb rating 8.7 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes rating 83%. 7. Squid Game. 456 people, broke, desperate, completely out of options, enter one competition where losing any children's game means dying on the spot. Seong Gi-hun gets pulled into a secret tournament promising life-changing money for the last survivor. The violence is brutal, but the real devastation is watching desperate people betray alliances and sacrifice their humanity for survival. It is rage, heartbreak, and a savage commentary on inequality all collapsed into one show. IMDb rating 8.0 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes rating 95%.
From the have-nots.
6. Ozark, 2017. One wrong deal with a Mexican drug cartel and an ordinary financial advisor is suddenly laundering millions, with his entire family trapped inside it. Marty Bird relocates his wife and kids to the Missouri Ozarks and builds a criminal empire through local businesses. Nobody stays innocent. Wendy turns ice cold. The kids grow up too dark, too fast. The value? Every episode ends with the floor collapsing beneath you, and you cannot stop watching. IMDb rating 8.4 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes rating 93%. 5. Dark, 2017. A missing child in a small German town, and suddenly 4 families are tangled across 4 time periods spanning centuries. Every attempt to fix the past only makes everything worse. Characters discover they are their own ancestors. Free will might not exist at all. It sounds complicated, and it is. But when everything finally clicks into place, the emotional devastation is unlike anything else television has ever delivered. Do not skip this one. IMDb rating 8.7 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes rating 95%. 4. Breaking Bad. A high school chemistry teacher gets terminal cancer and decides instead of dying broke and forgotten, he will cook methamphetamine and dominate the drug trade. Walter White starts with pure desperation, but his own pride destroys him long before the cancer could. Season by season, every moral limit disappears. Watching Jesse Pinkman suffer the consequences of Walter's ego? That is where the real heartbreak of this show permanently lives. IMDb rating 9.5 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes rating 96%.
Chesapeake.
Hannibal, 2013. An FBI consultant with the painful gift of thinking exactly like killers is being psychologically destroyed by his own therapist, who is secretly the most sophisticated serial killer alive. Will Graham and Dr. Hannibal Lecter build the most disturbing, complex relationship ever put on screen. Hannibal dismantles Will with surgical precision. The show is shot like a painting, violent like an opera. It got canceled too soon, and nobody has recovered from that. IMDb rating 8.5 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes rating 98%.
You're a bad man. Well,
2. True Detective Season 1, 2014. Two detectives, Louisiana, 1995. A ritualistic murder so dark it cracks both men wide open. Rust Cole and Marty Hart investigate a serial killer across 17 brutal years, while their own minds and partnership slowly collapse under the weight of everything they carry. Matthew McConaughey delivers what many consider the greatest performance in television history. And that final scene, it will stay inside your chest for days after the screen goes dark. IMDb rating 9.0 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes rating 87%. 1. Chernobyl, 2019. On April 26, 1986, a nuclear reactor exploded, and the Soviet government's first instinct was not to fix it. It was to lie about it. That is the real horror of this show. Men walked into lethal radiation knowing they would not survive. Firefighters touched reactor material with bare hands because nobody told them the truth. Chernobyl shows what happens when institutions choose pride over truth and counts the cost in thousands of lives. IMDb rating 9.4 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes rating 96%. Every single show on this list will steal your sleep, and you will not regret one lost hour of it. From Joe's terrifying obsession in You to the nuclear lies of Chernobyl, every story here holds up a mirror to real human darkness and refuses to look away. These are not comfortable watches. They are necessary ones. Start any one of them tonight and see exactly how fast the whole night disappears. That's it for today. Thank you for watching and do subscribe our channel to see more videos.